have to set this up. What year is this? You have to set this year up, because you haven't set the year.
Okay.
Set the year, and tell us what you found. How big was the school? What was going on? Where was it located? What was, how many students were there? Part of the museum. You got to tell us a little bit more of the background and what you found when you came to Columbus and what year it was.
Okay, that was. You want to now? You want me to start there now?
Yeah, start.
Yeah, I think it's
The
a good
year
place to
was.
Yeah, this was. Okay, let me lead with just one little lead here. Well, at that time, you know, Lee Malone was the director of the museum, and therefore he was the head of the school. Then the director of the museum was also the head of the school. He didn't get along with Ed Borcher. It's just a matter of not getting along, because Ed Borcher was very qualified, he's a very good man. So I really think he kind of fired Ed Borcher, see? And he came to me and he said, well, okay, now, Joe, we can make you dean. I took a look, I said, oh, no, you don't. I don't want to be dean. I didn't come down here to be dean. I had to give it to Mac McCroskey. Hey, he's a nice guy. He'll make a good dean. And I finally done. I said, okay, Mac took it. McCroskey took it for a year. And he didn't like it. He says, I don't like this stuff. I got to go back to design. He was an industrial designer. So I said, I'm going back to New York. See, I'm left all alone. Borcher get fired. McCroskey doesn't like it. There's no other teacher. No other teacher. And I don't think we have more than 3 dozen students in a day school. Don't forget, these are all veterans, you know. Veterans coming with the GI loan. And there's nothing like that. So I remember telling him, I got married a year before, I don't know, something like that. And I said, you want me, if I take the deanship, you know, so they asked me again, McCroskey's going to go. If I take it, you know, I'm more, I get, the way I am, I'm going to start working in there, and I'm going to be awfully busy. And she said, oh, yeah, take it. And she said, oh, take the job as dean. She liked the idea. Okay, I went back to Lee Malone, who was director of the museum. I said, well, Lee, you asked me to be dean of the school. Mac's going back. He said, I'll tell you what I do. This is exactly what I told him. I help you find the dean. I'll stick around long enough to find a dean, and if I don't like him, I'm going back to New York City. That's exactly the way I put it to him. He says, oh, all right, Joe, just get started on the job, and you help me. And we interviewed some guys, you know, who might have been the dean of the Columbus Art School. And we interviewed them. I look at them as, I shake my hands and I'm going back to New York. You know, I don't like this guy. I didn't think he was talented enough. There's about 2 or 3 people I saw. They're not talented enough. They can't do this. I'm not going to do it. See, they said, "Oh, okay, all right, Joe. Because at least get started. Help me out. Let's get started. Take care of the school." So I started. With really nothing left. I get started the first year as dean. Must have been 1950. See, 1950. I get started, and somehow I looked around. You know, the school. Boy, didn't have hardly anything. They had a small supply store right off the Baton Hall office, main office there, right? As you walk up a few steps and you turn right. That was the main office. That was going to be my office. No, my office was also the supply store, because my office is the second one. See, the first one was for the registrar. They had a registrar, and Yeah, we had a registrar who used to come to work with a bathing suit. And she looked kind of pretty, you know, but I said, hey, this is not going to do. I said, I kept, you know, I said, well, all right, now well, watch what you're doing, you know. You don't come dressed like this tomorrow. And she changed a little bit. Then she started taking a few tuitions. So the third day I asked her, well, what did you do with that tuition? We got to take it over to the museum. You can't keep that stuff, you know, take it over there. She says to me, oh, I borrowed that. I said, well, tomorrow when you start to come to work, I said, don't come, you know, because you can't have somebody take the money that doesn't belong to you, you know, because you borrowed it. That's, in other ways, it's almost like stealing, you know. No more, they said. I'm back alone, see. I was doing the whole job, see. Then, I don't know how many months went like this, and I'm teaching just about everything. In the beginning, there was no other instructor, see. So one of the first things I did is actually I said, I got to hire somebody, you know, to help. So we hired, I know Mary Kinney knows a lot of these names. We had an industrial design man, a man to take over the microscopy's jobs. So we got to replace somebody to teach 3D, and because we got to have the foundation program. As I teach drawing, painting, color design, I teach all those things, see. Because that's all we had is a 3D man and myself.